Hey, good morning. It's Wednesday, December 22nd. Thanks so much for being here today. It's the first day after as winter begins, full, and the sun has gone exactly to the limits that God determined, and now by the purpose and plan of God, the sun is headed back north, so that the south part of the hemisphere won't get too hot, and that we in the northern won't get too cold. This is an example of his covenant promise, his faithful covenant promise, that the seasons will remain until this whole thing is done. But there's another reason this morning I want to talk to you about God's faithfulness. And you'll notice the thumbnail this morning is the manger, empty manger. And the purpose of, there's only two videos today on the same theme. This morning is that Jesus was born to die. And this evening, we'll be looking from another perspective, the same idea. Jesus was born to give hope. But let's look at the first one. Jesus was born to die. In 1 Corinthians, Paul says this: if it is only for this life that we have hope in Christ, we are of all men to be pitied. See, the fact that Jesus was born to die as a human gives us such huge perspective on life. Hebrews says that he was as tempted at every point as we are, that he was made like us in every way, so he could be with us, sympathize with us, empathize with us, work with us, encourage us, because he knows everything that we face. And the ultimate thing we face is death. And Jesus was born to die. It's the ultimate identity of God with man, fully God. And as fully man, he was born to die, just like me, just like you. Jesus wasn't consumed with this life. That's what Paul's trying to communicate to us in 1 Corinthians 15, the great resurrection chapter. Jesus didn't have palaces, didn't have beautiful homes, didn't have nice surroundings, didn't have the best clothes, because he knew this wasn't his home. He knew that he would die. He also knew the reason he would die. Looking strictly from the perspective of me, Jay Yance, the reason Jesus had to die was because of my ugly sin, my rebellion to God, my desire to be selfish, to do what I want. And after all this time, those things I still struggle with. But Jesus died so that I could have hope. And we'll talk about that tonight. But this is the reality of life. If we put everything in this life, then we have nothing, because we're trying to live for something that won't have purpose and meaning beyond just the moment. We live in the world which has been shaped by existentialism. And existentialism, all apologies to the philosophers out there, existentialism essentially means just living for the moment. That's all that matters. And God has given this life to die so that we can live for eternity. He's identified with us. He's given us hope. He's given us hope because he died. Jesus was born to die. Just like you and I in the flesh are born to die. But we have hope. And the reasons for the hope we'll talk about explicitly tonight. But that's rooted in the reality Jesus was born to die. So all of our presents, all the things we do at Christmas, all the great celebrations that we have, they're not about this life being all that there is. They're about giving to each other about that which we cannot have. I can't have life apart from God. I can give to others. I can care for them. But I can't give them life. That's one thing I can't give, but Jesus can. I want my life to point to that. Jesus was born to die. And if all we're living for is the things under the tree, the success of this world, the praise of people, personal satisfaction, we're of all people, men, women, babies, infants, children, ancient folks like me, we're of all people to be pitied. Because Jesus, born to die, so that we aren't bound by death. That's the beautiful message, foundation of Christmas, the Advent. And we'll talk tonight about how that gives us great hope. Thanks this morning to Sharon Gerber in this beautiful song of Jehovah. It reminds us of God's shepherding care for us. If you haven't checked us out, check us out talk247.com. Check the resources section out there. If you haven't subscribed, turn on post notifications. These videos will come right to you. 3 days. Remember, Christmas is not about us building a life in this world. Christmas is about realizing that the death of this baby is what gives us hope. And that's what we'll talk about tonight. Again, thanks so much for being here. The Lord bless you. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye-bye.